Ram Ram everyone. This is Bal Kand part 14 and we're going to start with Doha number 91. लगे सवारन सकल सुर बाहन विविध विमान होही सगुन मंगल सुभद करही अपछरा गान. चौपाई. सिवही शंभु गन करही सिंगारा जटा मुकुट अही मोरू सवारा कुंडल कंगन पहिरे प्याला तन विभूति पट कहे केहरी छाला. ससी ललाट सुंदर सिर गंगा नयन तीनी उपबीत भुजंगा गरल कंठ उर नर सिर माला असिव बेश शिव धाम कृपाला. कर त्रिशूल अरु डमरु बिराजा चले बसह चढ़ी बाजही बाजा. देखी सिवही सुरत्रिय मुसुकाई बर लायक दुल्हिनी जग नाही. विष्णु बिरंची आदि सुर प्राता चढ़ी चढ़ी बाहन चले बराता. सुर समाज सब भांति अनूपा नहीं बरात दूल्हा अनुरूपा. दोहा नंबर 92. विष्णु कहा अस बिहसी तब बोली सकल दिसिराज बिलग बिलग होई चलहु सब निज निज सहित समाज. चौपाई. बर अनुहारी बरात न भाई हंसी करे होहु पर पुर जाई. विष्णु बचन सुरी सुर मुसुकाने निज निज सेन सहित बिल गाने. मन ही मन महेसु मुसुकाही हरि के बिंग बचन नहीं जाही. अति प्रिय बचन सुनत प्रिय केरे ब्रिंग ही प्रेरी सकल गन तेरे. शिव अनुशासन सुनी सब आए प्रभुपद जलज सीस तिन नाए. नाना बाहन नाना बेशा बिहसे शिव समाज निज देखा. कौ मुखहीन विपुल मुख काहू बिनु पद कर कौ बहु पद बाहू. विपुल नयन कौ नयन बिहीना रिष्ट पुष्ट कौ अति तनखीना. Now we have a chant. तन खीन कौ अति पीन पावन कौ अपावन गति धरे. भूषण कराल कपाल कर सब सद्य सोनित तन भरे. खरस्वान सुअर श्रिकाल मुख गण बेश अगणित को गने. बहुजिनस प्रेत पिसाच जोगी जमात बरनत नहीं बने. This is a sorat, which is another kind of doha. नाच ही गावही गीत परम तरंगी भूत सब देखत अति विपरीत बोलही बचन विचित्र विधि. चौपाई. जस दूलहु तसी बनी बराता कौतुक विविध होही मग जाता. यहाँ हिमाचल रचेयु बिताना अति विचित्र नहीं जाई बखाना. सैल सकल जहाँ लगी जग माही लघु विशाल नहीं बरनी सिरानी. बन सागर सब नदी तलावा हिमगिरी सब कहूँ नेवत पठावा. काम रूप सुंदर तनधारी सहित समाज सहित बर नारी. गए सकल तू ही नाचल गेहा गाव ही मंगल सहित सनेहा. प्रथम ही गिरी बहुगृह सवराए जथा जोगु तह तह सब छाए. पुरशोभा अवलोकी सुहाई लागई लघु बिरंची निपुनाई. Now there's a chant. लघुलाग विधि के निपुणता अवलोकी पुर शोभा सही. बनबाग कूप तड़ाग सरित सुभग सब सख को कही. मंगल विपुल तोरण पताका केतु गृह गृह सोहही. बनिता पुरुष सुंदर चतुर छवि देखी मुनिमन मोहही. Now there's doha number 94. जगदम्बा जहाँ अवतरी सो पुरुष बरनी की जाई. रिद्धि सिद्धि संपत्ति सुख नित नूतन अधिकाई. चौपाई. नगर निकट बारात सुनियाई पुर खरबरु शोभा अधिकाई. करी बनाव सजी बाहन नाना चले लेन सादर अवगाना. हिय हर्षे सुर सेन निहारी हरि ही देखी अति भय सुखारी. शिव समाज जब देखन लागे बिडरी चले बाहन सब भागे. धरी धीरजू तहाँ रहे सयाने, बालक सब लें जीव पराने। गए भवन पूछी पितु माता, कही बचन भय कंपित गाता। कहिया काह कही जाय न बाता, जमकर धार कियों बरी आता। बरु बौराह बसह अवसारा, ब्याल कपाल विभूषण छारा। Now we have a chant. तन छार ब्याल कपाल भूषण, नगन जटिल भयंकरा। संग भूत प्रेत पिशाच, जोगिनी बिकट मुख रजनी चरा। जो जयत रही बरात, देखत पुण्य बढ़ते ही कर सही। देखही सो उमा बिबाहू, घर घर बात असी लरी कहन कही। दोहा नंबर 95। समुझी महेश समाज सब, जननी जनक मुस्काही। बाल बुझाए विविध विधि, निडर होहू डरु नाही। चौपाई। लय अगवान बारात ही आए, दिए सब ही जनवास सुहाए। मैना शुभ आरती संवारी, संग सुमंगल गावही नारी। कंचन थार सोह बर पानी, परिछन चली हरही हर्षानी। बिकट बेश रुद्र ही जब देखा, अब लन्ह उर भय भयु विशेषा। भागी भवन पैठी अति त्रासा, गए महेशु जहाँ जनवासा। मैना हृदय भयु दुख भारी, ली नहीं बोली गिरीश कुमारी। अधिक स्नेह गोद बैठारी, श्याम सरोज नयन भरे बारी। जय ही विधि तुम ही रूप अस दीन्हा, देही जड़ बरु बाउर कस कीना। Next we have Chand. कस कीन बरु बौराह विधि, जेही तुम ही सुंदरता दई। जो फलु चहिया सूरत रूही, सो बरबस बबूर ही लागई। तुम सहित गिरी तै गिरो पावक, जरों जल निधि महु पैरों। धरु घरु जाऊ अप जसु, हो जग जीवत बिबाहु न हरो करो। And now the last doha and chaupai for this video, and then we'll do the translation. Doha number 96. भाई बिकल अबला सकल, दुखित देखी गिरी नारी। करी बिलापू रोदती बदती, सुता स्नेहु संभारी। नारद कर में काहा बिगारा, भवनु मोर जिन बसत उजारा। अस उपदेसु उमही जिन दीना, बौरे बरही लागी तपुकीना। साचेहु उनके मोहन माया, उदासीन धनु धामु न जाया। पर घर घालक लाज न भीरा, बांझ की जान प्रसव के पीरा। जननी बिलक बिलोकी भवानी, बोली जुद विवेक मृदुबानी। अस बिचारी सोचही मति माता, सो न टरई जो रचई विधाता। करम लिखा जो बाउर नाहू, तो कत दोसु लगैया काहू। तुम सन मिटही के विधि के अंका, मातु व्यर्थ जानी लेहू कलंका। And with that, we have come to the end of the dohas and chands and the chopais that need to be covered in this video. And now I'm going to do the translation, starting from doha number 91. And just to recap, in the last video, we had found out that Shiva had finally agreed to get married to Parvati after the insistence of Lord Raghu himself, and then of course the other gods. And so yeah, and now in this video, or in this part, we're starting with the preparations for the wedding. Doha number 91. All the gods began to adorn their vehicles and aerial cars of various kinds. Happy and auspicious omens were visible, and celestial damsels sang for joy. Chaupai. The attendants of Shambhu began to adorn their lord. His matted locks were formed into a crown and decked with a crest of serpents. He had serpents for his earrings and bracelets. They smeared his body with ashes and wrapped a lion's skin around his loins. He bore the crescent on his charming forehead and river Ganga on the crown of his head. He had 3 eyes and a serpent for the sacred thread. His throat was black with the poison swallowed by him at the beginning of creation, and had a wreath of human skulls around his neck. Thus clad in a ghastly attire, he was nonetheless an embodiment of blessings and merciful to the core. A trident and a damaru, it's a small drum that's shaped like an hourglass, and I'm pretty sure if you have seen an image of Shiva, you have seen the damaru. A trident and a damaru adorned his hands. Shiva rode on a bull while musical instruments played. Female divinities smiled to see him. The world has no bride worthy of this bridegroom, they said to one another. Vishnu, Brahma, and a host of other gods joined the bridegroom's procession and rode on their respective vehicles. The gathering of the immortals was incomparable in every respect. The procession, however, was still hardly worthy of the bridegroom. Doha number 92. Lord Vishnu then called all the guardians of different quarters and smilingly said, "Every one of you should march separately, each with his own group, so that the whole procession looks even more grand." Chaupai. Our procession, Lord Vishnu continues, our procession, brothers, is no way worthy of the bridegroom. You will make yourself a butt of ridicule in the strange city if you go like this. Hearing the words of Vishnu, which were spoken in jest, the gods smiled and parted, each with his own group. The great Lord Shiva laughed and noticed that Sri Hari's humor never fails. As soon as he heard these most pleasing remarks of his beloved friend, he sent Bhringi to call all his attendants. And they all came when they heard Shiva's command and bowed their head at the lotus feet of their lord. Shiva laughed to see his host in their motley attires, riding every kind of vehicle. Some were headless, while others were hydra-headed monsters. Some were without hands and feet, while others had numerous hands and feet. Some had numerous eyes, while others had no eyes at all. Some were stout and well built, while others were very slim-bodied. Next is the Chand. Some had lean and thin bodies, while others were very stout. Some were tidy, while others were dirty. They had frightful ornaments, carried skulls in their hands, and were all smeared with fresh blood. They bore heads of donkeys, dogs, swines, and jackals, and the variety of the clothes could not be even counted. There were troops of spirits, goblins, and fairies of various kinds that were beyond description. Next we have Sorath, which is another kind of Doha. So it's Sorath 93 or Doha 93. The ghosts danced and sang. They were all extremely fantastic. They looked most absurd and spoke words in a peculiar style. Chaupai. The procession was now quite worthy of the bridegroom. The attendants indulged in gaieties of various kinds as they went along. On the other side, Himachala had constructed a most wonderful pavilion. As many mountains as existed in the world, small or big, more than man could count, and the whole host of woods, seas, rivers, and ponds were invited by Himachala. Capable of taking any form they liked, they assumed handsome figures and came to the house of Himalaya along with their retinues, along with their consorts and their followers. They all sang festive songs out of affection. The mountain king had already caused a number of houses to be tastefully decorated, and all the guests were to be lodged there, each occupying a house befitting one's status. The splendor of the city was so captivating that after a glance at it, the creative skill of Brahma himself looked very small. A glance, next we have Chand. A glance at the beautiful city made the creative art of Brahma itself pale into insignificance. Groves and gardens, wells and ponds, and rivers all looked charming beyond words. Every house was decorated with a number of triumphal arches, flags, and buntings. Men and women of the city were so lovely and ingenious that they enraptured the hearts even of sages. Doha number 94. The city in which the mother of the universe, that's Parvati, was born, baffled all description. Prosperity, success, wealth, and happiness were always on increase there and presented a new aspect. Next we have Chopai. When it was heard that the bridegroom's procession was close at hand, there was a commotion in the city which added to its charm. Adorning themselves and decorating their vehicles of various kind, a party proceeded in advance to receive the procession with due honor. They were gladdened at heart to see the gathering of the immortals. And they were all the more happy to behold the vision of Sri Hari, Lord Vishnu. But when they started looking at Shiva's followers, every animal that they were riding fled in panic. The adults recovered themselves and remained calm, while every child that had come along ran for his or her life. When they reached home, their parents questioned them, and they spoke as follows while their limbs were still shaking with fear. What shall we say? The sight was such as could not be described. We wonder whether it was a bridegroom's procession or the army of death. The bridegroom is a maniac riding on a bull. Serpents, skulls, and ashes are his ornaments. Chand. His body is smeared with ashes and adorned with serpents and skulls. He is naked, has matted hair on his head, and is dreadful to look at. He is accompanied by ghosts and evil spirits, goblins and fairies, and demons with frightful countenance. He who survives on seeing the bridegroom's procession is a man of great luck indeed, and he alone will witness the wedding of Uma. These were the words uttered by the children from house to house. Doha 95. The parents smiled, for they knew that the children were talking of Shiva's procession. They reassured the children in many ways and said, "Be not afraid, there is no fear." Chopai. The party which had gone ahead to receive bridegroom's procession returned with the procession and assigned beautiful lodgings to all the guests. Mena, Parvati's mother, kindled auspicious lights for waving around the bridegroom doing the arti, the welcoming arti. And the women accompanying her sang melodious songs of rejoicing. A tray of gold adorned Mena's heart, and she proceeded to welcome Lord Hara with great delight. The women were seized with excessive fear when they saw Rudra in frightful accoutrements. They fled in great panic and entered the house, while the great Lord Shiva went into the lodgings of the bridegroom's party. Mena was sorely distressed at heart and sent for Parvati. With great affection, she seated her on her lap, and tears rushed to her eyes, which resembled a pair of blue lotuses. She said, "To think that the Creator, who has made you, Parvati, so beautiful, should have been stupid enough to give you such a raving madman for a bridegroom." Chand, she continues, "How strange that the Creator who has made you so lovely should have given you a crazy fellow for a bridegroom. A fruit which should have adorned the wish-yielding tree is helplessly appearing on a thorny tree. Taking you in my arms, I would much rather fall from a mountain top, cast myself into the flames, or drown myself into the sea. Let my home be ruined, and let me earn a bad reputation throughout the world, but in no case would I marry you to this maniac so long as there is life in me." So of course Mena has not seen Shiva in this form ever before, and when she sees him, she is blinded basically by the externals, by the outside look of Shiva and feels that this is not a good match for her daughter. Doha number 96. All the ladies assembled there were distressed when they saw the consort of Himachala, that's Mena, sad. Looking at her daughter, Mena wailed and wept and exclaimed as below. Chaupai, what harm have I done to Narada that he should have ruined my happy home and given such an advice to Uma to make her undergo penance for securing a crazy husband? It is true, as everyone says, that Narada is passionless and without affection. He has no wealth, no dwelling, and no wife, and is indifferent to all. That is why he destroys others' homes. He has neither shame nor fear. What does a barren woman know of the pains of childbirth? Seeing her mother distressed, Bhavani addressed the following soft yet prudent words to her. Whatever is ordained by providence cannot be altered. Realizing this, be not worried, mother. If I am destined to have a crazy husband, why should anyone be blamed for it? Can you alter the decree of providence? Therefore, take no blame on yourself unnecessarily. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. And then I'm going to post the next video very soon. Ram Ram.